Joining us this morning is Theresa Maher. Good morning to you, Theresa.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in. So let's talk about this. There was a recent survey that men were 3 times more likely to earn 6 figures or more, while women were 2 times more likely to earn less than $35,000 a year. Your thoughts on that, and just kind of, you're kind of the expert in this area.
Sure. I mean, I think it all depends on the numbers that you're looking at. So there are a lot of different factors that come into play when looking at the gender gap in terms of what roles women are looking for, what their experience level is, what the structure of the organization looks like. I mean, I think there's no denying that there is still a pay gap, but we know based on the research that it's also closing at a decent rate. So that's good news for us as well.
Do you think and I don't know if you have the answer to this, but in general, say there's a woman and a man and they have equal experience, they're doing the same job, that the man is still making more though than the women?
You know, I think
than the woman.
The answer is sometimes, and I think it depends on the individuals and the organization as well. I mean, there's a lot of research out there that also states that women are less likely to make the ask for a promotion or for an increase. And so there are a lot of factors, again, that come into consideration of why is that pay gap there? What does the organization look like? Myself, from personal experience, I come from organizations that actually have really heavy women management. Not all organizations are that way, but I think in your example, it does a lot of times come down to who the supervisor is and who that individual is to be able to showcase and push forward the reason that they're a value in the organization.
What are a couple of things that women can do in general to really try to close in on that?
Sure. I mean, I think it's all about visibility. So you look at making sure that you schedule regular reviews with your supervisor, even if they're not on the calendar already, and you're really going through and setting forth things like action plans. So writing out, this is what I achieved this past year, this is what I'm going to go for this quarter, and making it known so there's no question about what you're doing to impact the bottom line.
You really need to show them the value that you bring to that workplace.
Right.
By showing them like things that you've done over the course of the time that you've been there. And I guess being afraid though of asking is always, you know, in our minds.
Sure.
You have to not be afraid.
You have to just go in there and do it, and go in there with some real substance. So this is the reason why I feel that I'm up for this promotion or why I'm asking for this increase. And again, it comes down to the impact of the bottom line of the business. That's what your value and worth is to the organization. So don't be afraid to go in and toot your own horn, which is not something most women are really comfortable doing.
I think the whole idea with maybe jotting things down and making a list will probably give you a little bit more confidence when you walk in there. You're not left, because you can kind of go, oh, get a little nervous in there.
Right.
But it gives you a little bit more power.
It does, and you're really presenting a case. So it's not so much I'm asking for me, which tends to be the feedback that I've heard from people out in the workforce is I feel bad asking. And at this point, if you have something to present and you have bullet points to show why you're asking for this, then it's a lot easier to go in, and it's more about making, you know, an argument for your case than it is feeling like you're asking for a favor.
Yeah. Theresa, thank you so much for coming in. Bosses everywhere are cringing.